A major diplomatic breakthrough appears to be taking shape, with Pakistan confirming that a final text of a US-Iran peace agreement has been agreed, even as Washington and Tehran continue to offer different interpretations of what the deal actually contains. The development comes after weeks of negotiations, shifting military tensions, and repeated claims that the conflict was close to resolution. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif confirmed that a final, agreed-upon text of the peace deal between the United States and Iran has been reached, crediting ongoing Pakistani mediation efforts. He said Pakistan is aware of what he called an incessant misinformation campaign aimed at undermining the agreement, and added that Islamabad is now working with both sides to finalize next steps. He described the moment as one where peace has never been this close. At the same time, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi posted that what he referred to as an Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding is nearing completion, while urging restraint in public speculation until formal conclusion. He said Iran would release full details once negotiations are finalized. US President Donald Trump amplified the diplomatic momentum by reposting Araghchi's comments, adding to speculation that progress is accelerating. However, competing accounts quickly emerged over the terms of the emerging agreement. While some reports suggest a framework involving sanctions relief, unfreezing Iranian assets, and a phased discussion of Iran's nuclear program, US officials have pushed a more conditional interpretation, saying economic benefits would depend on Iran's compliance and that key nuclear elements would still be dismantled. A senior US official said Iran's nuclear stockpile would be removed and destroyed, while insisting that no funds would be released without verified implementation. Vice President J.D. Vance echoed that position, saying Iran would not receive cash simply for signing an agreement. A central component of the emerging framework appears to involve the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran closed after earlier escalation in the conflict. Under discussion is its reopening alongside phased sanctions relief and access to frozen Iranian assets. Some versions of the draft also suggest a temporary pause on broader nuclear negotiations for a fixed period, with further talks to follow later. However, key disagreements reportedly remain over sequencing, verification, and the scope of sanctions relief. Israel has not been included in the negotiations and has publicly rejected the idea of being bound by any memorandum. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has indicated Israel will not be a party to the agreement, while Israeli officials insist any deal must preserve Israel's operational freedom, particularly in Lebanon and against Hezbollah-linked targets. Tensions between Washington and Jerusalem have increased in recent weeks over the pace and direction of U.S. diplomacy with Iran. Financial markets responded immediately to the latest developments, with oil prices falling sharply as expectations of reduced supply risk increased. Brent crude dropped more than 3% to near two-month lows, reflecting investor anticipation that a deal could ease disruptions in Gulf energy flows. While Pakistan's announcement marks the clearest public signal yet of a completed draft agreement, uncertainty remains over its final content and whether Washington and Tehran are aligned on implementation. With competing interpretations still emerging and regional actors excluded from the process, the coming days are likely to determine whether this becomes a lasting settlement or another fragile pause in a volatile conflict.